Former Prime Minister Scott Morrison has met with Donald Trump in New York. Mr Morrison described the former president's legal woes as a pile-on in a tweet revealing the meeting and signalled Trump's ongoing support for the AUKUS nuclear submarine deal. Our Washington correspondent Annalise Nielsen filed this report.
Former Prime Minister Scott Morrison is in the United States on a tour to promote his new book and has taken to Twitter to reveal an interesting meeting with former President Donald Trump. The tweet, accompanied by a photo of the two former leaders, reads, "Was pleased to meet with former President Donald Trump on Tuesday night at his private residence in New York. It was nice to catch up again, especially given the pile-on he is currently dealing with in the US. Was also a good opportunity to discuss AUKUS, which received a warm reception. We also discussed the continuing assertions of China in the Indo-Pacific and the threats against Taiwan. These were issues we discussed regularly when we were both in office. Once again, the former president showed his true appreciation of the value he places on the Australia-US alliance and the shared role of supporting what our friend Shinzo Abe called a free and open Indo-Pacific. Good to see you, DJT, and thanks for the invitation to stay in touch." The meeting is all the more interesting as questions linger over whether Kevin Rudd can continue as Australia's ambassador to the United States under a Trump presidency. Before assuming his diplomatic post, Kevin Rudd had previously described Donald Trump as the most destructive president in history, nuts, and guilty of rancid treachery.
He won't be there long if that's the case. I don't know much about him. I heard he was a little bit nasty. I hear he's not the brightest bulb. But I don't know much about him. But if he's at all hostile, he will not be there long.
Kevin Rudd's ambassadorship has proved quite successful so far under the Biden administration. Australia has enjoyed a special level of access, having a former Prime Minister as the head of our diplomatic mission here. So perhaps this is laying the groundwork for another former Prime Minister to take up that posting if Donald Trump were to return to the White House. Annalise Nielsen, Sky News, Washington, DC.